Today is the day that the sentencing was done. Yo, what's the word? Happy Thursday. Okay, that's cool. It's a little bit dark in here, but it'll be all right. Um, how y'all feeling? Uh, How y'all feeling today? It is a Thursday. What have I done today? I've got my miles in. I'm done for today. My ankle is hurting. I actually should probably go to the doctor because I'm not going to get copyrighted with the audio in here. I didn't think this through. My ankle is hurting. I got into an altercation, tripped down the stairs, and rolled my ankle. So I tried to record inside, but I realized that we would get copyrighted for the music. So I didn't, but we just left. This was okay for the TikTok connection, El. But other than that, you know, Bob is Bob. But tipsy. Excuse me. Feeling it a little bit. Good morning. Good morning. It's your boy Gotti. Right here on my extracurricular activity walk. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The vlog didn't get up yesterday. I don't know. But I'm gonna go back and get myself together in my neighborhood. But this whole Breakfast Club playing the field when it comes to Cardi B is they starting to show their hands because Remove Nicki, JT dropped this last night. Well, it leaked last night. But it was premiered by Academics. So I don't know if it was really necessarily a leak per se, or that's just the only way we're gonna get that on streaming, which I mean not streaming but online, or they hear the light of day. Probably so, because I don't think whoever's JT people would have been able to put that out and solely just have that as like a single or something when she's due for, you know, more music. If you're gonna be smart about it, put it into a tape. So probably the reason why we got that from Academics, but I don't know I need to look that up. Who is JT signed to? Because, you know, when Thugman was talking, about how QC, where they tried to sign Baby wanted to go talk to P ended up selling the label or part of the label or something. I need to speak on that, so don't quote me on that. They go read and make sure I'm saying that right. But yeah, man, let me finish my extracurricular. So, man, I had to come to the style because the place that I've been getting my extracurricular from just ain't been extracurricular. Like, it been extracurricular for like 10 minutes. Then after that, it'd be dead. So I'm about to go to my shop that I used to go to over here. And get my extracurricular because we don't do Reggie. You feel me? So I'm over here in the style. Trying to walk. The ankles tearing me up. I had to hop on the train. It was only 2 stops. But I just couldn't. I personally couldn't pull the walk out. So, hey. Dead life with your boy Gotti. So one of my goals was to make it to the library. I finally made it to the library. I actually got a library card. I was happy about that. But, you know, they say oftentimes they put things that they don't want us to know inside of books. So I think that we should all get out here and check out a book, man. Just read it, whether it's fictional or non-fictional. We got to start appreciating these places still being open today for us to utilize. I know we all like the ebooks and the nooks and the things of that nature, but it's just crazy how New York City is so different from the South. Everybody appreciate it. Like the libraries in the South, like in Atlanta, for example, are never this packed. It was pretty packed, but you know, it was still a respectable and quiet library. Yo, store. I'm out here leaving Brooklyn Central Library. This is where they did the Book of Hope. So if you've seen that YouTube video from about a year ago, probably a year some change now, I came here and they had the Book of Hope here. I just came, got me, and I got a library card. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I got me a book. Thought I was gonna get more than one. I didn't realize they start charging you for books these days. But I think I've been overdoing it. My ankle is killing me. I don't know if I twisted it or what. I do know I doubled down and did like 10 miles 2 days ago. It's been hurting ever since then. But now I'm hungry. I sat in there and read a book for a little while, looked through some books after being lost for a couple minutes, trying to find the fictional section. But the whole time I was downstairs while I was ready to come upstairs, and all I see is fiction. Like, okay, maybe the pop up. That's the library. The construction out front. Find something to eat. Yeah, man. Goodbye.
Do you live a relatively normal life?
No.
Whitney, you keep yourself in the headlines.
No, Wendy. Y'all keep me in the headlines. I mind my business. I try to maintain what I got. Y'all want to know what I'm doing all the time. I don't give a about what you're doing all the time. Wendy, I love you because you support me.
So, Sean Diddy Combs has officially been sentenced today. He got more than 4 years in prison for the many charges that we've seen. We've seen the nasty trial. I don't really have to reaccount that. You know, we did coverage here on Gotti Station and also on Beyond the Fences. So you can check that out. But Sean Diddy Combs has been sentenced, man, to more than 4 years in prison. The first thing that I think about, the first thing that's on my mind, the first thing that I am thinking about is his family, his kids, his mother, his elderly mother at that. Man, so I just hope that, you know, in most cases we've seen that these people get out 2 years, you know, good time, and then an extra thing on the back end. But we're going to keep Diddy posted, man. We're going to just keep Diddy posted. We're going to keep Diddy family in our prayers. Well, I know I am. I'm not expecting y'all to do anything because people got that many reasons. I'm not saying that it's New York City. We're going to let the helicopter pass. All right, man. A live update. Just 33 minutes ago, the New York Times put out the statement that Sean Diddy Combs was sentenced to more than 4 years in prison after apologizing for sick conduct, as they have labeled here on the New York Times. Everything here with Gotti is alleged news, and anything that can be used in my videos will be under the Copyright Act. So, my YouTube guys, I thank you. All right, man. So the judge required that a substantial sentence was required to send a message to abusers and victims alike that exploitation and violence against women is met with real accountability, man. So I think that the judge stood firm in this case. He did not go for any BS. You know, there's a lot of things from Sean's side. I think they thought that they would get what he would walk free. With a lot of speculation, say he would walk free. You know, they kind of threw out. He had a speaking engagement in Miami next week. I don't know if that was helpful, but they did respond back and say that it was something that would have been, I guess, beneficial to one of his post-release requirements of something of that nature, man. But, you know, I think we got to play it cool in this the media, but I'm not saying it had anything to do with what the judge gave ultimately today here. But, you know, his kids got up and spoke. All of them, of course, the ones that were able and of age to, you know, got up and spoke. And I think that that was a great thing that the judge kind of got to hear that, because it could have went harder according to what the prosecutors were asking for. Now with that 4 years or more sentence, you know, he can do, they saying 2 years on good time. That's just with the regular judicial system, if you know how that works with time served, how that kind of plays in account. So it could be 2 years. So I'm just gonna hope that for these 2 years Diddy can kind of sit back and reflect, you know, even more. I know they said since he's been going, he's been able to, you know, change. But I think, you know, for those years, we can go in there and keep a low profile and do what he needs to do. You can go in there and be able to reflect and just give time for the outside world to calm down, because I think that there was too many pokings of the bear at Diddy at that time, and in many instances. And so I think that, you know, Go in there, do your time, did you take the 2 years and just keep a low profile, keep your head low because they were gonna get some type of resolution. They were gonna get something to get you like they just could not make an example a point, whether that was an example or whether that was, they just had to do something on that. So eh, this is the breadwinner of the family, and I think that the importance was showed. Well, I won't say the importance was showed by their speeches today, but you kind of got a part of what he played in their life. But an importance will show that he's the breadwinner, and I think they explained it in the court docs that he is the breadwinner and he is the one that take care of them. Of course, he got this ugly mother. That's my first worry is to make sure that they're taken care of while he's in jail. He's a billionaire. I'm sure there won't be no problems, but you never know how people have their money set up or access to money. And I think that the Wendy Williams situation tell us that. So you just never know. I'm just keeping the family in my prayers. That's what I'm hoping for, and the best I'm thinking for. And to the victims, I truly hope that you guys find peace, whatever that may be. There's I had a lot of thoughts about the Diddy trial, so I'm not even gonna go backpedal. You guys can backpedal to the other videos and see that it was a great commentary. And like I said, I think the media expected something more than what they got, and they got what they got. So let's let it rest. That's all we've been seeing on the timeline. It's time for a refresher. It's time for that to go. Hopefully, Nicki and Cardi is done. I'm still going to cover that. I'll cover up on that too because we got about a week. We got a week from today. Actually, today's Friday. So, but if not, hey, we shall see because they just keep going lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. But we'll talk about that later. I'm gonna talk about that at a later date with y'all. A later date. When I say that this is really one of my favorite spots in Brooklyn, I really mean it. Oh my God, y'all! My birthday is in 5 days. Today's October 5th. No, it's not. Today's October 3rd. My birthday is in a week from now, next Friday, shall I say. So today's Friday. My birthday is next Friday, October 10th. And I don't know. I don't know. Like, the age I'm turning is too serious. I thank God I'm still here. But no, it's not. Let me chill out. I'm just being dramatic. I'm just being a beaver. I don't know what I want to do, y'all. I'm just being indecisive right now. One of my friends actually texted me today and was like, "Oh, what do you have planned? You coming to Atlanta at all?" I don't know what I got planned. I'm so sporadic, but I miss the days when I could plan a group trip or something like that. But that just ain't the climate the place we in right now. With me, I'm just so sporadic. Friday may get here, I may be in another country. We never know. So we just got to see what I do. But I think I got an idea, but I don't really want to mention it yet until I kind of know. So that's the spill on the Gotti day. I am excited though. I'm excited. My birthday's always my birthdays. I think Libras, we may be hating it all the way to that day, and then the day come, y'all know. But yeah, man, I'm surprised the internet ain't really up in flames like I thought it was gonna be once the Diddy thing, the sentence came out. But I think everybody was kind of just ready to get it over with. Like I said, I see everybody man coming out and supporting Nicki. Of course she got the Cardi got her people that's been around I.E. Breakfast Club. I don't know what Breakfast Club problem is. I don't know if they're getting payola. I don't know what it is, but the bias role that they have been playing in this Cardi and Nicki situation is crazy. It started with Lauren, the latest with Lauren LaRosa. If you're gonna present this every morning, if you're gonna follow this story every morning, you can't just only screenshot half of Twitter. I know you probably be afternoon and nap because you work in the morning or whatever the case may be, but you need to make sure that you report the story accurately. And honestly, it might not even be a point of you reporting it accurately. You're probably just reporting from the angle that you want to report it from anyway, because it seems like y'all are anti Nicki. So that's been a thing since like the hate train era. New York is probably one of the most beautiful places to me, and I've been a lot of places. I don't know. Maybe it's the water. Maybe it's the that I love it. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something about it. Like how can you love it? Look at the bridge. I've been seeing going around on TikTok. Everybody been talking about how um, their top 5 places to live, or this, that, and the third, and how people say they don't want to move to New York because you gotta have X amount of dollars, this, and the third. Hey, listen, I seen a video, and it was like, it was an older lady. It was an older video, and she was like, move to New York. Not saying you'll have a great life if you travel. It's your life. Okay, it's been like a year and some change now since I've been in New York, and a lot of people ask me oftentimes, as the ferry coming in, a lot of people ask me a lot of times, how do you like it? How do you adjust? How you do it? The rent's so expensive. It's so small. This, that, and the third is that, like, it's a whole lot of, I would say, that's about New York, but then there's some that are true. But in my experience, I came here knowing what to expect. I manifested being here. There's a reason that I was brought here. Like I tell people all the time, I was brought here for one. Honestly, I manifested it. Like that's it. God and manifestation. Like I came here 6 months later, I came back, did a house tour. Another 6 months, I was living here. So all within the course of a year, I moved to New York, and then I moved here with a job initially. Like I moved here because of a job. So it wasn't even like I just had to move here because no, I was forced to move here. Like I had to move here because of my job, and it was crazy that was a place that I was manifesting. So, it's just crazy how things work, and that's how you know things are truly for you. And you just gotta keep praying to God because I don't want to be here because of that. But no, I get questions a lot about how do I do it with the rent. I think you gotta meet your needs in New York City. You got to make New York City what you want New York City to be, if that makes sense. So you have to do what works for you. If that is getting roommates, if that is moving to a shelter, because I know a lot of people on TikTok have been talking about this. I've seen they're talking about moving to the shelters, and when they stay in the shelters, that they oftentimes get housing quicker. If that's a route you want to take, if you come here and you just flat out just want to pay the higher rent. Or you get on the housing lottery. If you want to take the route of getting on the housing lottery and waiting till you get approved, you don't know how long that may take. Is a lottery. So with that being said, it's just matters of time when you hit. The person that referred me said he had been doing it since he was 18. He got the home at 23. So a couple years gap there. Depends on how you want to do it. But what I would say is just do it. Just figure it out. Like we really like look at people crazy and they're like, you'll never be this young again. You'll never look that young again. You'll never get that day back. And what I'm starting to realize is how true that is. Just appreciating and being in the moment and doing it now. Later, do it now. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be nice. Nobody talks to you about the in between stages of the bad and the good. But you know what's gonna always win in the end? The good. So I think you gotta do what works for you when coming to New York. Get into all that.
All right, man. So this vlog may be a little bit patchy. It was from Thursday and today, which is Friday, October 3rd. I really want to come and get this vlog out for you guys. I tried a couple different things, recording angle wise, and I actually like it. It took me a couple times. Today was the first day that I wouldn't say I was feeling nervous, but I was kind of annoyed because I was trying to get my shots and people were just staring and trying to see what was going on. I'm like, okay, maybe I should have been out here in a suit and tie. They would have thought I was a news station. They would have really been looking. Like, it was just like, okay, can I record? But nah, it was fine. Yeah, thank y'all for watching.